Hello, everyone. This is Batmac here. I wanted to talk a few minutes and just talk about something that I just saw recently. Um, so, if you don't know, there is a reality show, game show, sort of thing, competition show, called Lego Masters. Uh, it's a new game show on the Fox network. It's basically it came out in January of 2020, and it's basically what it is uh 10 teams, two people each, uh, of Lego creators are brought in, and they build stuff that whatever the game show host, Will Arnett, was known for playing the Lego Batman in the Lego movies. Uh, the builders have to build something incredible out of Lego, and they judge them, and whoever wins, uh, whoever they move on to the next round. The loser gets eliminated. Of course, we all know how those go for game shows. Uh, Yesterday was of Wednesday of April 15th was the season finale, um, and was the last episode. And of course, that means the last group won the the that season. Um, and I'll give you off who they were. So one of the teams was Sam and Jessica. They were a couple. They were some. They were. They were a creative kind of type. They were. They were kind of the underdogs of this season, and they got to the last round, and it was really incredible for them and how they progressed. It was a real arc for them. How they went from not so good because they were like in the bottom two for like the first two episodes, and then they became in almost the finals. It was good for them. Next team was Mark and Boone. These guys are from Portland, I think, and they were the real architecture kind of types. These guys are like real builders, and for the most part, they've been actually really good with a lot of the builds that they've had for over the past season. And the last group, I should say, was a couple, was a was a newlyweds, Tyler and Amy. Um, yeah, they were newlyweds, and they have done pretty much a great job with a lot of the builds they've had. Um, they basically have won almost every single challenge in the show. Um, they really put their creativity together, and they really put their own unique personality on a lot of the stuff they've had, and they really made characters in a lot of the builds they've had. And they're really good. Um, so last night was the was the season finale. Um, and I should say spoilers if you haven't seen it. You can watch it online. Find it if you can. But uh, so it came down to who would win in the last three challenges. The last challenges. Say who was the last three groups. Who was going to win? So Sam and Jessica, the first team, they made a Lego peacock. It was a giant Lego peacock, and it was a pretty smaller Lego monkey. Um, it was really nice looking. It looked really nice for a build like that. Um, let's see, Mark and Boone, they made this tower. It was sort of a dystopian future kind of thing, kind of a Bricksburg kind of thing, post-apocalyptic Berg. That's right. Um, but it was more of a like an art kind of thing, like all these artists and were all like took this dystopian post-apocalyptic building that was all in shambles, and they really they redesigned it to like all different kind of versions of art. Tyler and Amy made it was like this giant tower with like a griffin's nest on top, and a giant lizard trying to attack the griffin's babies. And the reason for that is as it turns out that Amy was pregnant. That's right. Tyler and Amy were going to have a kid. And that was a really nice build. How they had it, they built a whole world around it and looked really good. And they made their own setting, their own characters out of it, and their own personality, their own creativity, and it was really good. Looked really nice. And so they had to, and so the judges, Amy and Jamie, Lego masters as they are, they had to really narrow it down to who was going to win.
Oh my God, you're pregnant?
Grand prize,
I've got to tell someone about this.
You will be expelled from the Jedi Order.
Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people.
To it. And here's where who the winners were. As for third place was Sam and Jessica, who had the peacock and the monkey. Mark and Boone with the Artopia build that they had. They came in second. And Tyler and Amy with their griffin and lizard, they won first place. They won the trophy. They won the money. It was really good for them. And really good since of course they had the baby. They have a baby on the way. They're gonna put that money into for their kid. Good for them. Awesome. And they hope they have a happy life. So it was a good season. A lot of ups and downs. You could say that maybe some things were kind of forced in a way, and some things were kind of staged for drama's sake. It's a game show after all. It's a reality show, but at least I don't think it's like as bad as those, but it was actually really good. I would recommend it, and I would want to see what they come up with for next season. So I was going about and looking up on the internet, and I found this article on this website called GeekWire.com, and the article, I'm not going to say who the author is, but they have not as positive as they should be towards Amy and Tyler winning. It sounds ridiculous, but okay. But it says here that the Lego Masters finale lands like a brick on outraged fans who dispute choice of winner. So I just said who won. It was Tyler and Amy. And it was good for them. They win fair and square. Like, if I really had to pick, I would really say maybe it should have gone to them. I really do think this. I really do. I am not having a bias on this. It's good for them. They win. Good on them. But apparently this article writer wasn't so nice on them, and apparently he goes to Twitter and looks up all the negative things to say about the finale here and how they didn't deserve to win, because Mark and Boone, they said that Mark and Boone deserved to win, and to a degree, yeah, they should have, but I just kind of said, whoever wins, they win. I I won't have anything against them. Of what they build, what happens, they win fair and square. Good on them. But yeah, Twitter just goes crazy and just says, no, Mark and Boone should have won. Their Artopia. That should have won the challenge. And they're all just saying this, just really bad things, like so that they should have won. Tyler and Amy shouldn't have, despite the fact that Amy was pregnant and that she was going to have a kid. And this was not like they're going to say, and that's not like they said this right at the end of this, in this episode, the season finale. They said this like a few episodes ago. And it was like whoever, like, okay, maybe that was like, there was like maybe a bias on it. Like, okay, because they said that, and yeah, they win because they're going to have a kid. I'm like, I, if they won, great. If they didn't, well, also, like, at least they tried. At least they put their heart into it. And at least they were making something, and so whenever they have a kid, they tell them, like, well, we did this all for you. And it's good for them. Mark and Boone, they should have won. Yeah, maybe they could have. Do feel honest, it didn't really. If I had to say it, maybe it should have gone to Tyler and Amy, and they deserved it. It was good on them. They got it, but Twitter here and this article writer is not being nice about it. Yeah, it's bad. It's just bad. And then they're saying just because they had a baby, why would you think that? It's just that, no, they won fair and square. If I wouldn't, if I were a judge on this show, I wouldn't have like anything against it. Like, if you won, you won, despite what's going on with it right now. Like, if you made something good on you. But they are just saying, all these people are just not being nice about it. And I feel like they have a bias against it and are not being nice about it. And I just wanted to just like say this because like I watched the show. It's really good. Probably one of the best reality shows I've seen in a while. But it's people, like, come on. This, like, and there's nothing positive about this. There's nothing positive in this entire article. Like, they're not like having like, they're saying all this bad stuff. Like all these other people on Twitter are saying like, oh, Mark and Boone should have won. Like, they never say like, oh, good on Tyler and Amy for winning. Heck, they don't even say like Sam and Jessica should have won. Like, they don't say anything about that. It's like, well, maybe you should. Maybe you can say something like that. So clearly there's not like you're pushing to one side. Like, and it's clearly what's going on in the world right now. It's like somebody's going for the one side as opposed to really looking at the other side. And it's quite bad, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I just saw this and I had to talk about it. Like, no, Tyler and Amy won. Good on them. If they weren't pregnant, and I'm not saying, if they weren't, maybe they still would have won. Or anything, really. Like, but they won fair and square. I liked their build. It was a good build. It was really nice, really detailed. It had like wings for the griffin that flapped up and down. It looked really nice, and I liked it. Good on them that they won, but these people on Twitter and this article writer are not even remotely liking it, and it's quite despicable. I will say that. Just they would not be nice about it. So I just wanted to say all this. And I will say this. If you're going to write an article like this and really like say something bad about something or somebody, also go for like the positive. Like the saying, they have all these negative people saying it. How's that the positive people saying it? Like, good, you won. It's great they won. I'm glad they won, but it's terrible, and you really need to rethink everything. You got to really think about it when you're going to write an article like this. You're going to put like a negative opinion on it. Have somewhat of a positive. It's good on them that they won, and I'm glad they did. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Yeah, you can check out Lego Masters for yourself, and put in the comments what you would think, what you think of all this, and how the season finale went. And yeah, just if you like this video, you like it, comment, share the video, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, because apparently it's not working enough. And yeah, I can't wait for Lego Masters 2. Maybe there won't be so much negative opinions about it, of who wins. It could be a bit positive in this world, you guys. We need that right now. So yeah, it's the Batmac. I will see you next time. Goodbye.